In the heart of southeastern Nigeria, where hills roll like waves and forests whisper ancient secrets, lay the quiet village of Umooke. Life was simple here. The laughter
You
of
always
children,
know how to
the
make me
rhythmic
laugh.
pounding of cassava. One summer, rumors began to ripple through Umooke. Neighboring villages had fallen to violence, disputes over land, old grudges, and power igniting flames of war. The elders convened under the great Iroko tree. Chief Obina spoke, his voice steady but grave.
The time has come for us to choose. The choice is ours, and it will define us.
Chief Obina said, "The winds are changing. Our village may soon face trials that test not just our strength, but our spirit. We must prepare." For many, it was only words, but some, like young Chima, a skilled hunter, felt the weight of the warning deeply. Chima knew the forest like the lines of his own hand. He could see danger before it arrived, hear whispers of the wind that others ignored. He told the council, "We can use the forest to our advantage. They think us weak, but we know every tree, every hidden path. We can defend our homes." The village transformed. Every field became a
Watch
trap,
the trap!
every river a barrier. Every man, woman, and child learned to strike swiftly and disappear into shadows. Umooke was no longer a simple village. It had become a fortress born of cunning and courage. When the bandits arrived, expecting an easy conquest, they were met with the unexpected. From the cover of trees and huts, villagers struck with precision. Chima led a daring nighttime attack, setting fire to the raiders' supplies. Panic spread through the enemy lines. Victory came at a cost. Homes were lost, lives were taken, and the smoke of battle hung heavy in the air. Yet, pride remained. Umooke had survived, not through sheer strength alone, but through unity, strategy, and the courage of its people. Chief Obina addressed the village once more. "War has scarred us," he said, "but it has also shown what it means to be umooke. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to face it for the sake of others. Remember this, and our village will endure. Long after the fires have faded, travelers would speak of Umooke as a village that defied the flames of war, a place where ordinary people became heroes, and courage was a legacy passed from one generation to the next. And when the winds whisper through the hills, one can almost hear the echoes of arrows in the forest."
And that is why the leopard has his spots, children. We must remember who we are and where we come from.
Umooke had rebuilt. The scars of fire had faded, replaced by new huts, thriving fields, and a cautious peace. But peace, like the morning mist over the hills, is delicate, easily disturbed by shadows that linger unseen. Chima had become a leader among the young villagers, teaching others to hunt and defend the forest. Yet, even his keen eyes could not sense what was coming. One morning, Chima noticed signs that unsettled him. Broken branches and patterns he did not recognize. Strange footprints leading deep into the forest, and far away, the faintest hint of smoke, curling like a warning. Chima gathered a small group of hunters. Among them was Adaze, a brave young woman with unmatched skill in tracking and a deep knowledge of medicinal plants. Together, they ventured deeper into the forest. They stumbled upon a new threat.
The air smells different here. Stay sharp.
Raiders unlike any before, masked, organized, and armed with strange weapons that glinted unnaturally in the light. Whispers spread through the trees. These were no ordinary bandits, but a group with knowledge of the
They're moving.
ancient arts of
Ready to
ambush
go.
and
I'll
fear.
draw them out.
Chima and Adaisi silently retreated to alert the village council. The council debated what to do. Some wanted to send a full force to confront the raiders. Others feared provoking a stronger enemy. Chief Abina, now older but still commanding, weighed his words carefully. Chief Abina said, "We survived once because we fought with our hearts. This new shadow is cunning. We must not only fight, but also outthink our enemy. Our strength is in unity and wisdom, not just weapons." Chima volunteered to lead a reconnaissance mission into the hills, while Adais prepared herbs and supplies to protect and heal their people. From a high ridge, Chima observed the raider camp. Symbols painted in red told of a larger network. This was not an isolated threat, but a force with its own ambitions, moving through the hills and forests to gain control of villages across the region. He returned to Umooke with this grim news. The village needed more than bravery. It needed strategy, alliances, and courage from every hand. Umooke prepared again. The villagers worked day and night, not just to defend their homes, but to outsmart an enemy that had learned the ways of fear. Every villager had a role. Every trap, every lookout, every arrow counted. Chima and Adaise formed a small strike team to disrupt the raiders before they could reach the village. When the raiders came, they found the village ready. Ambushes, decoys, and traps worked together like a single heartbeat. Chima led the hunters silently, while Adaise's knowledge of herbs and terrain gave them a hidden advantage. For the first time, the raiders tasted fear. Yet, this victory was only the beginning. After the battle, the village rested but did not relax. They had learned a vital lesson. Survival demanded more than strength. It demanded intelligence, courage, and the bonds of family and community. And as the sun rose over the hills, a new generation of heroes, Chima, Adaise, and all of Umooke, prepared for whatever shadows might come next. Time has a way of healing even the deepest scars. Years after the wars that once threatened to destroy Umooke, peace finally settled over the hills. The fires that once burned homes now warmed families. The forests that once hid enemies now whispered protection. Chima was no longer the young hunter who fought from the shadows. He had become something greater. A leader, respected not because he demanded it, but because he earned it. He trained the young men not only in strength, but in discipline, not only in battle, but in restraint. And beside him stood Adaise, brave, wise, and compassionate. During the war, she healed the wounded. After the war, she healed the spirit of the village. She organized harvest seasons, taught the children, and reminded the people that strength without kindness leads only back to fire. She was not only a warrior of survival, she was a guardian of growth. One evening, under the great Iroko tree, the elders gathered once more. Chief Obina, now aged and weathered by time, stood before the people. Chief Obina said, "The future of Umooke belongs to those who fought not for power, but for the people." The village understood what this meant. And so, before the eyes of Umooke, Chima and Adaise were joined in marriage. The celebration lasted 3 days. Drums echoed through the valleys. Dancers filled the night with rhythm. Laughter replaced the memory of war. With the blessing of the elders, Chime and Adaise became the new leaders of Umooke, not rulers of fear, but guardians of peace. Chima oversaw protection and alliances with neighboring villages. Adaize strengthened farming, healing traditions, and education. Together, they ruled as one heart. Under their leadership, umooke flourished. The fields grew greener than ever before,